maybe Donald Trump needs to read The Art of the Deal. Maybe that would be helpful. I know he had a ghostwriter, but still, he should go read it. He should read his own book. I don't know if he's a big book reader, but he should read it. I got Trump versus Trump here. This is Trump talking about, because we're right in the middle of a government shutdown, and before Trump was president, he knew how to solve a shutdown of government. You want to hear him? Here we go.
Today, Donald Trump tweeting about the shutdown using less than 140 characters to write. The Obama administration has a very important duty to provide a budget and then negotiate. Our country is a laughingstock. And get this, a Trump fan suggesting President Obama read The Art of the Deal to learn to negotiate. Donald Trump joins us. First question, Donald, we're having a hell of a time trying to negotiate here in Washington. So tell me, if you were president, what would you do?
Well, very simply, you have to get everybody in a room. You have to be a leader. The president has to lead. He's got to get Boehner and everybody else in a room, and they have to make a deal. And you have to be nice and be angry and be wild and cajole and do all sorts of things, but you have to get a deal. And unfortunately, he's never been a deal maker. That wasn't his expertise before he went into politics, and it's obviously not his expertise now. But you have to get the people in a room, and you have to get a deal that's good for everybody and good for the country. Good can come.
Whoa. So he knows how to do it. You got to get everybody in the room, and you just got to get a deal. You let everybody scream and rant and cajole, but you get a deal. Well, here we are in 2025, and the government is shut down. Let's see what his new theory is now on how to do it. Ready? Here we go.
From your country. Good can come down from shutdowns. We can get rid of a lot of things that we didn't want, and they'd be Democrat things. We can do things during the shutdown that are irreversible, that are bad for them and irreversible by them, like cutting vast numbers of people out, cutting things that they like, cutting programs that they like. When you shut it down, you have to do layoffs. So we'd be laying off a lot of people that are going to be very affected, and the Democrats, they're going to be Democrats.
So whatever happened to, so now his strategy is to cut programs that the Democrats like and lay off people who are Democrats from government employee. What? I thought it was, you got to get everybody in a room, and you got to get everybody. So this is kind of, it's kind of amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that before, in his first video, that's kind of an example of, you ever heard that saying, being inside the tent, pissing out, right? So that was being outside the tent, pissing in. That's what he was doing. And now he's inside the tent, pissing out. And all of us have a front row seat at SeaWorld, if you know what I mean. Right? You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of amazing. That's kind of Trump versus Trump. And I think I gotta say his hair does look good. I'm jealous of his hair. Isn't that funny? I mean, just the color of it and how much of it he has. He's in his late 70s. So, but anyway, that's kind of. Let me show it to you one more again. Let me show it to you one more time.
Today, Trump tweeting about the shutdown using less than 140 characters to write. The Obama administration has a very important duty to provide a budget and then negotiate. Our country is a laughingstock. And get this, a Trump fan suggesting President Obama read The Art of the Deal to learn to negotiate. Donald Trump joins us. First question.
Maybe Donald Trump needs to read The Art of the Deal. Maybe that would be helpful. I know he had a ghostwriter, but still, he should go read it. He should read his own book. I don't know if he's a big book reader, but he should read it.
Donald, we're having a hell of a time trying to negotiate here in Washington. So tell me, if you were president, what would you do?
Well, very simply, you have to get everybody in a room. You have to be a leader. The president has to lead. He's got to get Boehner and everybody else in a room, and they have to make a deal. And you have to be nice and be angry and be wild and cajole and do all sorts of things, but you have to get a deal. And unfortunately, he's never been a deal maker. That wasn't his expertise before he went into politics, and it's obviously not his expertise now. But you have to get the people in a room, and you have to get a deal that's good for everybody and good for the country.
Now, this is another deal that Donald Trump couldn't get done. Now, I'm rooting for Donald Trump. I was rooting for Donald Trump to get a deal done and end the Ukraine war. I thought he was going to get a deal. He said he can end that war in 24 hours before he got elected. Then he got elected, and here we are in October, though he's still funding the war in Ukraine. He didn't get a deal. Same thing with Gaza. I was rooting for the president, Donald Trump, to get a deal with Israel and the Palestinians in Gaza, and here we are. And it looks like, we're still here. So I'm rooting for the president to get a deal. I'm rooting for the president to get a deal right now. But it doesn't seem like he's leading. He doesn't know how to he's not doing what he said in 2015, I'll tell you that. So what is he doing?
Good can come down from shutdowns. We can get rid of a lot of things that we didn't.
So now he's saying shutdowns are good. Before he's saying the guy doesn't know how to do a deal. I'm a deal maker. You got to get this deal done. Get everybody. Now he's saying, no, you don't have to get a deal done. Now you can just have a shutdown, because a lot of these shutdowns are good. You could do a lot of things during a shutdown you can't do in normal business hours. You can cut a lot of programs that Democrats like.
Is war one of those programs that they're going to cut? Are they going to stop giving money to Ukraine or Israel? No, giving money to Ukraine and Israel and bombing all around the world, like in Venezuela right now, that is essential. Those are, you can't cut those essentials. War is essential. Bombing is essential. Funding war is essential. Nothing else seems to be essential. Maybe air traffic control. I think maybe that's the only other essential thing, because rich people like to fly. And you got to have air traffic control. Even with a private jet, you got to have air traffic control. So it's weird. I encourage Donald Trump to read his own book and then get everybody in a room and make a deal, instead of making stupid threats like this, that we're going to cut stuff, we're going to cut program, and it could now a shutdown's a good thing. All of a sudden he's the president and shutdowns are a good thing. So not good. I just wanted to point that out. Where is Donald Trump's deal making? He did do a deal with the Armenians, and Azerbaijan, that no one really talks about, which was kind of remarkable. So I know he can do deals, but I guess not all the time. And if you want to hear me make fun of this, you can come see me in Sacramento Saturday and San Francisco Sunday, and then I'll see you in Australia, Irvine, California. I think I forgot to say Irvine. Did I? Really? Okay. Yeah. I did? Okay. And then I'll see you in Burbank the day after Thanksgiving. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. Hey, let me ask you something. How much time do you spend every day on a web browser? How much time do you spend clicking around online, searching, scrolling, typing, endless tabs? It's a lot, right? Well, there's a new AI web browser from Perplexity called Comet. It is completely changing the way you're able to interact with your browser. Using Comet feels like having a personal assistant living in your web browser that can actually do things for you across the internet. Yes, do things, not just give you answers. You can ask Comet to handle tasks for you, and it literally clicks, types, searches, and scrolls just like you would to get things done for you in the background while you go about your day. Comet can shop for you. It can make reservations. It can book travel, summarize articles or videos, send emails, schedule meetings, and a lot more to make your life easier. Let me show you how it works. Please find restaurants in Los Angeles that are open late on Thursdays and have jazz music. So now it's going to do that for me. It types it in on its own, and boom. Now there it is. I've been to two of these places actually. I've been to the Baked Potato right there. I've been to the Vibrato Lounge. So that's how it works. That's nice, right? Pretty cool. So download Perplexity's new AI web browser, Comet, by heading to pplx.ai/door and let your browser work for you. Plus, right now, when you download Comet, you get a month of Rumble Premium for free. That's pplx.ai/door. Go now and take back your time online. Come see me on tour. I'll be in Sacramento, San Francisco, Irvine, California, Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane, Australia, and then Burbank, California, the day after Thanksgiving. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.